Praise to Allah. Chris Brown just dropped a new album called Brown, and I'm seeing a lot of people online talk about it as far as them not being happy with it or feeling like he could have done better with the album. But my whole thing is this: I feel like a lot of Chris Brown hate is unnecessary, and I listened to a little bit of the album. I didn't listen to the whole album because R&B is not really my genre. Like this new R&B era, I really don't rock with their the new R&B sound too much, so that's why I'm not really into it. But I clicked on a couple songs. I think I heard like the first 5 or 6 songs on the album, and I could see why some people would not be happy based on the 5 or 6 songs that I heard, because like it really just sounded like he was experimenting kind of sort of thing on some tracks or something like that. But my whole thing is this: I feel like Chris Brown on his worst day is still better than most artists. And I feel like people are going too hard at him about this album, in my opinion, because there have been artists who have dropped way worse albums than Chris Brown, and people were not going that hard on them. Like, we've had so many artists, rap artists and R&B artists, who have dropped projects, and they weren't even coming close to anything that Chris Brown has ever dropped, and nobody has went that hard at them. So my thing about this whole Brown album situation is this: if y'all are going this hard about Chris Brown album not meeting y'all standards, from this point on, y'all need to do this to every artist that drops an album or a project that doesn't meet y'all standards. Because when Cardi B just dropped the album, y'all can't tell me that that album was just that great like that. Y'all, I'm not believing that. So when Cardi B just dropped her album, nobody was saying, "Oh, it was whack. She should have came harder." And she ain't dropped the album in years. She came back and dropped that album. I didn't see too many people criticizing her album like they should have been. Uh, like I said, oh yeah, Drake has dropped a couple albums that weren't that great, and people weren't really criticizing his albums because he's had a couple albums. I think they might have said a little something about Certified Lover Boy. They might have said a few things, but it wasn't like as deep as they going with Chris Brown. Like you might have only heard a few people say something about Drake's album not being too great, but it's like you're seeing a lot of people come out and just being like, man, that Brown album was not that good. It could have been better. He's doing the same thing over and over again. He's this, he's that. So I'm just like, okay, if y'all going this hard on Chris Brown about the Brown album, then y'all need to be giving that same energy to every artist that come out with a project that don't meet y'all standards. Because I don't think I've ever seen a artist get this much backlash like this off just an album. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like people just being that upset with him, like, it's crazy because there's been so many other artists who have dropped trash projects, and people will still act like the project was still good, or still act like it was just a solid project. Like, nah, bro. Like, you know how many trash albums have came out before Brown, and that are gonna come out after Brown? Like, you can't be serious, bro. So I just feel like, even if you didn't like the Brown album that much, I feel like the Brown album is still better than most albums that have come out. So at the end of the day, man, I feel like a lot of this hate on Chris Brown is just unnecessary hate, man. For whatever reason, man, it's just like people can't wait to hate on him, bro. And it's just like, it don't make sense, bro, because if we just talking musically, why y'all not coming out saying this about all these other trash albums that be coming out, man? Y'all want to pick and choose who y'all attack, man. I just don't think that's cool, man. I feel like if y'all gonna come at the Brown album like that, then okay, then y'all need to come at all the rest of the albums like that, then that come out that don't meet y'all standards, or any other artist that drop an album that sound the same, or you feel like you tired of they sound, because y'all shouldn't just be singling out Chris Brown like that. That's just my opinion. But Yeah, man. That's just where we are at music, man. It's crazy, man, how they can try to really attack somebody who's truly talented, but people who are less talented than Chris Brown, they get a pass when they albums be trash